the Indian government, according to sources after that cabinet meeting, they've decided that they're not in favor of foreign ministry level talks with Pakistan. That reaction really, that information coming out after last night's offer by Hina Rabbani Khar. Remember, she had said that she's ready to have foreign ministerial level talks to diffuse the tension along the LOC, but now sources telling us that as far as this diffusing tension that Hina Rabbani Khar is talking about, well, the Indian government is not in favor of foreign minister level talks with Pakistan. Salman Khurshid, the External Affairs Minister, also had said that he would consult the Prime Minister on the issue, on this olive branch really being extended by Hina Rabbani Khar. But the big question is this just another red herring? The talks that we're talking about, the talks that have been offered by Hina Rabbani Khar. We have Karthike, Deputy Editor, joining us on the phone line. Karthike, it seems that India is very adamant now, the cabinet meeting, that's where this was discussed. Sources telling us now that the Indian government is not in favor of foreign minister level talks with Pakistan. What is the Indian government looking at? What are the preconditions really that they want before we even reach that sort of stage with Pakistan?
Vedika, there is not going to be any point in the relationship for three reasons. One, that the establishment wants that the message the Prime Minister gave during the Army Day must stand for at least 3 to 4 months. Secondly, the policy which has been adopted by our government or by our political brass is that we can have contact, but there cannot be any exclusivity to it. For example, we cannot have one-to-one bilateral. And I'll substantiate it with an example that India did not offer the letter of bilateral to the Pakistani Commerce Minister who is going to attend the Agra Investment Summit on 27th of January. So Anand Sharma will meet his Pakistani counterpart, but there is not going to be any exclusivity to that meeting. And thirdly, they feel that this message has to go to the political constituency because anger is felt back at home. So they have decided that the talk can take place later, but at least attention must be given to the anger which people have expressed in the streets of India. And most important of all, the message should not go down to public that it has become business as usual. Pakistan can get away with Mumbai, Pakistan can get away with ceasefire violations, and Indian government is ultimately incapable of doing it. I think for the first time in 3 years, Prime Minister has really able to draw a red line.
So the Prime Minister really being tough there along with his government, Karthike. But the big question is what is the kind of response really that the Indian government is going to send back, if at all, to Hina Rabbani Khar and a talk offer really to the Foreign Minister, to the External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid?
Vedika, the message which the Prime Minister is trying to send to Hina Rabbani Khar is that they cannot arm twist Indian establishment by either internationalizing the issue or forcing them that the situation will deteriorate further. You see, that's what Hina Rabbani Khar did. First, she said that it might deteriorate the situation. Secondly, she compared her political situation with that of India and dragged Prime Minister into corruption scandals. And thirdly, she was trying to draw a lot of attention in the international arena. So, one thing has been decided in the Cabinet Committee of Security chaired by the Prime Minister is that we shall not give in this time. The line has been drawn. We will meet, but there will be no exclusivity to that meeting, which Pakistan has been demanding.
So what is the Indian government really looking at, Karthike? What are the preconditions, like I said? What does the Indian government want from them? What are the demands that they're going to put forward to the Pakistani government to say, first you fulfill these criterions, you fulfill these criteria as far as we're concerned, one of them obviously being that the head of that braveheart soldier of ours, Lance Naik Hemraj, we brought back. What along with that are the other preconditions being set so that Pakistan knows that this time we're serious, we know that this talk perhaps is a red herring and we're not going to fall for it?
Vedika, if I have to talk in terms of the strategy the state government is going to do, I would say 3 things will happen. One, they would try to pacify or to ensure that there is peace. There is no more ceasefire violations on the line of control. Second, they will immediately ensure that when it comes to people-to-people contact, trade, money, finance, cultural exchange, these are the areas they will use to demonstrate that normal has not been resumed with Pakistan. And thirdly, at a very diplomatic level, they will ensure that there are no bilaterals held with Pakistan. The participations will take place, but bilaterals will not be held. So it will be done in a systematic manner, whereby they'll ensure military peace on border, but to ensure that our anger is shared and communicated to everyone, especially to our domestic constituency. Certain non-military areas would be frozen. Those ties will be frozen for at least 4 to 5 months.
Right, Karthike, before I let you go, my last question is, how is the Indian government really looking at the statement made by Hina Rabbani Khar last night?
Indian government is worried on 2 counts, Vika. One is that they feel that army somehow is trying to manipulate the situation. They feel that Kayani is already on extension. He's going to retire in December if he does. And he feels, and the government feels that somehow Kayani is trying to muddy the political or the democratic water of Pakistan, whereby the army gets to play a larger role. So they are also trying to ensure that the democratic constituency of Pakistan doesn't get hurt. So the responsibility of India as a nation becomes even more.
All right, Karthikeya Sharma there, Deputy Editor, bring us the latest as far as the big breaking news is concerned.